Pace. My name is MystyMoon, and I am an integrative health coach for women. And my purpose is to help women heal physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And today we're going to talk about more of the emotional aspect of healing through navigating through the ebbs and flows. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. All right, let's get to it. So, yes, we want to be happy. We want to feel good all the time or as often as we possibly can. But life is filled with ebbs and flows, and you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. There's going to be days where you are on top of your game, your mind is sharp and you're up, you're punctual, and you're just fired up. And there's going to be some days you're going to wake up and you're just sluggish and you don't have energy and you can't focus and you're just not in the mood for life. Even with your weight, especially us as women, sometimes we're looking in the mirror, we're like, yeah, we're fit, we're feeling good. And then when our menstrual cycle comes around, we get bloated and we tend to want to eat a little bit more food and we feel like we're getting fat. And so this is all coming up because I had an experience yesterday where I was tired because I just been grinding really hard, building my business, loving what I'm doing. But then I had this kind of a panic of, oh, I'm starting to lose steam. Does that mean I'm going to lose it all? Does that mean that I'm going to go back into being depressed like I was, for the last 30 years of my life? But then I had an incredible conversation with a really dear friend named Vivi, who is a psychologist and also, I guess you can consider her more of a money coach. She helps people reset their mindset around how they relate to money. And she's like, look, you already have it. You already have everything that you need. It's just a matter of being in the moment. And part of being in the moment is enjoying both the good and the bad. Quote unquote bad. It's all relative, right? But meaning that like the sun is up, it's daytime, and then it's nighttime. We have winter and then we have summer. So there's this duality, this like it's a balance. It's part of what the Kemetic culture calls ma'at. Ma'at is the Kemetic principle of balance. And so if we can just be in the moment with all of our emotions, then there's no such thing as a good or bad. It just is. And sometimes we need to fucking rest, especially for us entrepreneurs out there, because we just gotta grind, 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 grind. Like yesterday, I had a moment where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a nap. I ended up taking like an hour nap, and it was the best thing I could have done for myself. So if we can just be with what is, with all of our emotions, we're complex creations. We're fascinating creations, I would say so myself. And so if we can just embrace all the whole spectrum of what it means to be human, we'll get so much more out of life. Life will be so much more interesting. Being in the moment is interesting. When you can just stop worrying about the future and dwelling on the past, you'll be amazed of what miraculous things would take place in your life in the moment. And it's a practice, I understand that. But I just noticed that the moment that I let go of, oh, I'm having a bad day, I'm feeling sluggish, okay, my belly is a little bit more bloated because, I treated myself to some chocolate this week. Or I treated myself to, some, blue corn tortilla chips and maybe ate a little bit more than I should have. But it's all part of life. You want to enjoy yourself and not be attached to. And that's another thing too, is that when you are attached to feeling good, then when you don't feel good, it's devastating. So in the Vipassana tradition, Goenka, he talks about anicca. So if any of you have never done Vipassana, it's a 10-day silent retreat where when you're first introduced to the technique, you go to a beautiful remote area for 10 days and you don't talk at all. You can't look anybody in the eye. You can't read. You can't journal for 10 days. And when you sit in meditation, that's another thing too. You're in meditation from 4 a.m. pretty much until 8 p.m. So when the whole intention of the Vipassana meditation is to tap into your senses in your body, you start from your head, you go all the way down to the tips of your toes, and you go back and forth, and you're being aware of the sensations. And when you're sitting in a lotus position for an hour straight, if you've never done that before, your knees are gonna get sore. Your low back is gonna get sore. Your entire spine is gonna get sore. It's grueling the very first couple of days if you've never done it before. But then also, after you get used to it, then you do reach this state of euphoria. It's really profound. But this is the thing, is that what we're doing, so just follow me here. So when you're meditating in Vipassana, oftentimes what happens is that you want to scratch your nose, or you want to scratch your ear, you want to move to readjust because you're uncomfortable. But what you want to do is not move at all. You don't want to be reactionary to any sensations, whether they're quote unpleasant or pleasant, because what you're doing is reconditioning yourself to not be reactive. So we don't have an addiction to pleasure and an aversion to the things that we find uncomfortable. And when you can have that balance of not having an aversion nor addiction, then that's freedom. Then you can just ebb and flow through all the emotions, through all the challenges that come your way, like Tai Chi. I've said that before. That's the beauty about Tai Chi. It's like when something comes your way, instead of resistance, you just use its momentum and get out of the way and let it go past you. It's very metaphoric in that way as far as how to deal with life. So again, there's freedom. There's freedom in just embracing the ebbs and flows in life. And there's no anxiety. There's no, the sky is falling. It just is. We're going to have shitty days. There's no way around it. And again, okay, like I'm even calling it shitty. That's me putting an attachment to it. But we're going to have days where we're not going to be comfortable, or things are not going to go our way. So you just breathe through it, take it as what it is. And it just creates such less stress in your life when you live from that place. And that was a huge lesson that I had to learn yesterday. And I woke up this morning feeling refreshed. And the message here is to not have an attachment to the quote unquote good, and not have an aversion towards the things that are quote unquote bad. It just is. So that's my spiel for the day. I hope you found some value in this. Really short and sweet. If you did find some value, please like and subscribe to help me spread my light into the world. All the videos that I do are all to offer inspiration and to help uplift, so that we can create a ripple effect in the subconsciousness, so that we can all ascend. Because we're in the Great Awakening right now. We're in it. And I have no doubt the conversations I'm having with people from all over the world that are going through dark nights of the souls, that are coming into their own awakening, it's a beautiful thing. So information like this is more imperative than ever before. And there's tons of us that are doing YouTube videos, blogs, IG lives, we're all over spreading the light. And so this is just me doing my part. So yes, I would really appreciate it if you'd like to subscribe, just to help me do my thing. All right. And also, I am a coach. So if you're watching this video and feel like you could use some support, please reach out to me. I'm offering a free session, one free session with no time limit on it. We do not stop until you feel complete. This is what I do, and I'm passionate about it. And again, this is me just being in service to help create those shifts so that we can all get to a higher place. So I hope that you're having a beautiful, wonderful day, evening, whenever you're watching this video. And I look forward to the next one. All right. Until then, peace.